Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 32 of Crusader Kings 2. We've got the Christmas music again to keep us entertained. What have I got going on down there with these armies? Are these my, are these all retinues? They look like they might all be retinues. Let's just double check with that. Disband unit. Yeah, all retinue troops will be disbanded. The army of Merilisso will stand down all his levies. All retinue troops will be disbanded. Let's cancel that. Why do we seem to have something weird's going on? Not too sure what happened at the end of the last game. No, apparently we don't have any... Yeah, they're all retinues apparently. Okay, that's fine. So let us carry on. So, what we have to do at the moment, we do want to continue to expand. We do have to be careful where we expand to. Now, Lombardy's getting quite small these days. We could potentially... We will be breaking a truce if we try to get a claim... if we try to declare a war there. Just having a quick look to see if it might be possible at some time. I mean, we could make them a tributary. We've got a claim on Trent as well, so we could go and do that when we don't have a truce anymore. So okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this. It'll go away. You've arrived at the private rooms of Count Andy Cuthbert. There is plenty of food and drink here. It'll give us some prestige. So yeah, our retinue kind of got wrecked at some point. We're trying to rebuild that up. Oh dear, is he drunk? Is it something someone said? You don't remember, honestly. But someone has to pay. Fight. Count Andy Cuthbert started speaking to you calmly, explaining that there was no need to be upset. You considered for a moment and then realised he was right. You ended up sitting down to eat and drink together. Okay, good stuff. New important decisions are available. Yeah, well, we still want to try and get a court physician. Gain some prestige. Now then. Got a few other things we need to do here. First of all, one child lacks an education focus. This is our half-brother, who is rowdy and willful. I guess we'll just like go into Marshall with you. More important decisions. Hold a grand tournament. 200 gold. You know what? We've got the money. Let's go and hold a grand tournament. We did pay the Jewish merchants back. Good. Couldn't remember whether or not I had. Still a few threats. Factions against us. Again, there's a couple around. My cousin's not going to get out of this one anytime soon. Maybe we want to try and sort things out with you. You are the Duke of Modena. So you are down here. Why do you dislike me so much? Wants a seat on the council, and you're a title claimant. Do we want to give you a seat on the council? You got 16 diplomacy. No, we don't want to give you a seat on the council. We'll try and suck up to him. Scouts bring word of a mystic blind man that supposedly works miracles. He appears around villages and cures all manner of ailments afflicting the peasants. There are even rumours that he made a lame man able to walk again. The peasants call him Corrado the Blind. A gift of gold would convince him to come to our court. Got 20 learning. He's gregarious and zealous. He's also brave. He's a blinded, mystic, dutiful cleric. He might be really good for us, actually. Let's go and hire him into the fold. There is a man I need to arrest. Right, so we can go for plot power increase or arrest chance. We'll go for plot power. Now then, this is our Chancellor. What is our Chancellor trying to do right now? You are trying to improve relations. Now, I'd also like to get you out of my out of that faction. So I'm going to get my Spy Master. And you are going to scheme here. And hopefully we can find some way to blackmail him and get him out of the plot. It will take a little while for the retinue to get back up to sort of full strength. So we do have some limit available, but not enough to get another retinue. It's time to let the tournament begin. For the next 2 months, they'd all show their martial brilliance. So we're going to have to take an episode or two to recover. We do want to recover the levy, build some more buildings. Oh, sorry, recover the retinue. You've arrived at the private rooms of Andy Cuthbert. There we go. So more prestige there from his carousing focus. These days of revelry are an excellent escape. So many laughs, many intense conversations in such a short time. It brings you closer to your companions. You're my best friend. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to use some of that money to get some buildings improved. Third place for you. Second place for you. You are the winner. Oddly enough, nobody was really badly maimed or injured. Do we want to improve the hospital down here in our capital? It'd take a long time to get a sick house, but it would give us more disease resistance. We don't even have the technology to do that yet. That is pretty bad. So what about if we wanted to improve the barony here? Not too bothered about the shipyard. Heavy infantry and pikemen is always good. Pike training ground. Yeah, let's go for the heavy infantry and pikemen. Heavy infantry are always good. And these are all in our capital duchy. In fact, how many of these are all in one duchy? That was not what I wanted to click on. So you are Friuli, but these ones here, these are all in the capital duchy. So can we upgrade anything here? Get a barracks there. Could upgrade the castle town. That'll give us more tax income. And that's left us short of money for a while. After we've got some money back, we might want to go and improve. We can get the castle walls there already, actually. That's quite cheap. Let's go ahead and do that. My brother, Count Kenny Wilson, has asked me to spend some quality time, family time in Milano. So it's just improving reputation, or there's no reason to ignore that. So again, we've got this faction going on here. You're my cousin. You were supposed to be my best friend. Why are you in this faction? Okay, Marshall's doing his job. So you should be out of this. Your opinion of me is going up slightly. Desires the Duchy of Friuli. So is that a duchy that I hold currently? I hold 3 duchies. I'm really only supposed to hold 2. So I grow more and more impatient with Chancellor. His slothfulness makes him go to extreme lengths to avoid doing any work. Give him a stern talking to. I will give him one last chance to sharpen up. 25% chance that we'd become slothful. We'll give him a talking to. When I had finished talking to Andy Cuthbert, I didn't really expect him to talk back, but the anger that filled him fast was vented immediately. I ignored it and left him barely able to speak because of his anger. You had it coming. So that's sort of fluffed his opinion. I want these to go away here. Yes, give them some gold. Prosperity. Brilliant. Right, paused. So, I own 2 of these provinces here. I'm trying to think which ones I actually want to own. Aquila doesn't count. Really, you're part of that duchy as well, are you? There's your duchies. So yeah, I really want these 2 duchies for myself. So you're not going to be the Duke. Not of that. I don't have too many duchies held, I don't think. Title claimants. Too many duchies. I don't have too many duchies held, so I need to give away another duchy. So which duchies do I hold? So that's the main one. The Duchy of Lombardy and the Duchy of Friuli. Which is the Duchy of Lombardy? Is it this one up here? Yeah, so I also own this duchy. I only own a couple of bits of land up here. Who are you? That's Kenny. do you know what, Kenny? You can be the Duke of Lombardy. We'll include the lower titles to you. Now, I do have one of these titles, I think, or did I just give it away? Yeah, I gave those holdings away to him. That's fine. I should have given them away to other people before I did that. But that'll do. I don't have too many held duchies now. I've got these two. We will need to... what happened to you? Did you die? You did. Died a natural death. Well, there goes Andy. That kind of solves a problem there. Now, somebody did inherit from you. Which is you. See, really, I'd like to have all of this land for myself. Could we get any of it if we were a little bit naughty? You do have an heir. You have an heir also. Oh, kinsman. We'd be a kinslayer if we got caught here. We could try and revoke some of these titles, but there probably isn't a lot of point in doing that. We'll get an opportunity to get them at some point. Yeah, of course, we need a new steward now, so let's go and work on that. Well, you want a seat on the council. In fact, who's got the best... Oh, it's a chancellor we want, not a steward. See, a stewardship of 23 versus a stewardship of 16. We'll give it to you, though, just because we need to sort of try and keep you happy. Could we get a claim on anywhere else? What have we got over here? We've got this guy. You are independent. Although we don't border you, do we? This is Lombardy. What is this thing down here? You belong to the King of Bavaria, who we do not have a truce on. So let's go and see if we can't get a claim down there. Let's take our Chancellor and get you to fabricate down there. We might be able to grab that if we're lucky. We will want to get this at some point. But yeah, I want to take this sort of land to be my own. That would certainly help things out. Dangerous factions seem to have gone away. Now, why is it saying we've got vassal levies raised too long? Because I didn't think I actually had any levies raised. This is not showing me with any raised levies. We'll keep our eye on that and make sure it goes down. Yeah, it is going down. I was going to say, I don't have any levies raised. So I shouldn't do. So we do have some claims that can be pressed. We've got some minor titles, which we don't need to worry about right away. There's the castle walls built. Defensive pact has been disbanded. It's not really an issue for me. Are we still getting money from Venice? We are not. Okay, so we need to sort that out. Court physician has shared some of his latest ideas. We'll give him the gold, but I do think we need to go and declare a war on Venice. You've got non-aggression pacts. But yes, we definitely need to go and declare a war over here. We do not have a truce. We want to make you a tributary, so we'll go ahead and send the demands. We will go ahead and raise our military. Get them all together if we can. Now, we've got to be careful here, because what he likes to do is basically just jump on you from the boats, which is exactly what he's doing over here. Where is he trying to head to? Can't rightly tell. He's probably going to go and try and jump me on this province here. Yes, he's... Oh, no, he's actually gone down here. We might lose that battle if we don't reinforce it quick enough. No, we did actually get there. We didn't have any commanders in place, but it was enough to get the job done. So let's get everybody in one spot. His army's still down here. Right. Group everyone together. We do have commanders. We are leading one of the flanks. We'll put Kenny on the other side. We are a little bit short of commanders here. So let's go and look at that. Yeah, we can have 3 more commanders. Well, there's probably a reason we don't have many commanders. Nobody's got any decent personal combat skill here at all. But let's go and we'll just march straight into you, I suppose. Experience in matters of war is increased, and there are many things that we can do differently. We don't want to be trickster, because that's horrible. Inspiring leader is nice, because it's morale, damage, and defense. Pursuit, but less defense. Yeah, I think we go inspiring leader. That will work out slightly better for us. So you're just sort of moving around. We're going to be sort of ping-ponging this army around a little. And you're going to move over there. Now, one thing we are going to do quickly is we're just going to go and raise up the fleets. Because we need to be able to get over to Venice. Last time we tried this, we didn't need to because they actually surrendered. But we'll get all of the boats into position. 75% war score. Their army's completely down. Not all of the ships are here yet. They will be soon. He might be offering peace there. He will lose prestige. We will gain prestige. He becomes a tributary. Okay, brilliant. So he actually... this shouldn't disband the retinues. Okay, fantastic. So, yep, just as expected. We didn't even have to really deal with that. Mission to Rome has been a success. So the Pope should like us a little bit. Now, he actually likes us a fair bit. But you won't give me any money because you don't actually have enough. Can't afford to lose the 353. Yeah, you're out of money right now. That's a shame. So, got vassal levies raised too long, but that'll go away again soon. So now we're actually making an extra 44 ducats a year that we weren't making before. So we want to keep building these things up. Another child lacks an education focus. This is a half-brother. You're also willful and rowdy, so martial education it is for you. The hospital in Ferrara has seen an increase in the amount of people looking for food and shelter lately. It can barely provide the food required as it is. Perhaps it would be a good opportunity to make an impression. So increase prosperity slightly. Yeah, sure, we'll spend some money for prosperity. Arms and other supplies have been brought to the hospital. It will make life much easier for those in need. The question now is how to present this extraordinary gift. It's a gift from the king. 50% chance that we become proud. It gives us monthly prestige. God made it possible. Temple vassal opinion. We can become zealous. Are we not already zealous? We're not. Zealous is quite good. It's extra martial. The realm provided the offering. Gives us vassal opinion. Or I'm doing it for the people, which gives us humble. I'd like to become zealous if possible. Yeah, we now got zealous. That gives us a bit more martial ability. Brilliant. I'll take that. Corrado has published the results of his medical investigations. The book has not received any notable attention, but at least Corrado has developed skills as a physician, so he gains 1 learning. It must be very, very difficult for a blind person to write a book. I mean, not these days, of course, because, you know, you get somebody else. I guess back then you'd just get somebody else to write it for you, but it's not like now where we've got, you know, sort of braille and touch-type keyboards and the ability to do vocal dictation. Back then, you didn't have any of that. You had to write everything with a quill on parchment, so... My Chancellor kindly suggests it would be a benefit to the realm if I studied the languages spoken at foreign courts. He also offers himself to aid me in my studies. So get +1 learning, but we'd owe him a favour. 40% chance we could become shy. 20% chance we could become proud. How much would it cost to buy a favour from you? 200. Wow, I don't really want to owe you a favour, so we'll go ahead and do that and buy a favour. And then we'll do that. So we've just basically paid 200 ducats, or 200 gold for 1 learning, essentially. What have we got here? Invite to plot. We would like you to back our plot to kill some random person. Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? Let's get involved in a plot. Looks like we've got some disease breaking out down here as well, which is never good. So, do we want to go ahead and build the barracks down here? It's a lot of money, but sure. Let's try and keep our troop count as high as we possibly can. The trade route from Padua is in dire need of a new ship and equipment. So what do you want? 200 gold or lose 25 prestige? I'll take the 25 prestige hit. Mainly because I can't really afford the 200 gold. And it's easy enough to get prestige these days. Truces are expiring with the Doge. Is our truce expired yet with Lombardy? Declare a war. No, our truce. June of 41. That's a long time. That's a long, long truce. So we won't be doing that one anytime soon. So we could close the gates. My wife is ill. Not surprised. That is that consumption? Yep, the old tuberculosis is around. Distractions seem to overwhelm you during your studies. The simplest pleasures and even plain and mundane chores seem like time better spent than drowning in books all evening. How does one manage to keep focused when everything else is so much more appealing? So, if I learn even a few phrases, it will be worth it. I become stressed, but I also become diligent. Diligent's really nice. We'd lose a bit of health and some fertility. We'd lose a bit of intrigue and stewardship, but we'd gain the stewardship back. And we don't want to become slothful. And we're not already diligent, so let's try it. Yep, we actually got... No, we got stressed. We got the stress, but we didn't get the diligent. Well, that didn't help. I mean, the stress may very well go away. But yeah, that didn't really help out. Apparently we are leading down here, which we don't want to be, so let's just resign from leading that army. So there hasn't been any more crusades going on for a while. Oh, it went away. I was going to say we got righteous imprisonment there. What I should do is actually turn auto-stop plots off, because then I might be able to actually arrest somebody. So these aren't plots that I'm too concerned about. We are backing a plot there. No dangerous factions at the moment. This one's not really one worth worrying about. This one... potentially. It's only increased council power, though. And even if that happens, it's not going to be the end of the world. The Pope has sent an emissary with a peculiar request. The emissary explains that the clergy has been very involved with the hospital in Ravenna as of late. As such, a fair compensation is expected to be paid. So we pay 91 gold. And the Pope's opinion is increased. Do you know what? We'll do that, because we can pay 91 gold and increase his opinion. And then we should be able to go down to the Pope. He doesn't have enough money yet, but when we get to a point where we can request money, he will most likely say yes. Not 100% sure, but we will give it a try. Anyway, that's probably a good place to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.